Hey, this guy's podcast. I am he. You know who that is. I'm Davante Stone. I'm the Stone Pony. And today, I'm going to be talking about soulmates. Because there was a time where I thought I was going to find my soulmate, but it never happened. I'm going to share with you that story coming up. But we're going to talk NBA playoffs because that's why we're here. It's the NBA playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, and the doggone Bulls ain't in it. They're not in it, but there's some other great teams that are in it, and we want to talk about that. Hey, this guy's podcast. And here with me today is a buddy of mine, a friend. I like your hat, though, man. This is a great looking hat.
You like my hat? I love your hat.
You like my hat?
Oh, yeah.
You see what we're doing with
I
our
love the
hats?
color. Look at the color.
The nice cut. Yeah, you know how I like to do it. I really like to make sure it's coordinating.
It's like springtime colors.
Springtime, you're feeling, colors. And I got my White Sox hat on. You have on your...
White Sox.
Yeah, that's really... where did you get that White Sox hat on? I just got to ask you that.
Grandstand.
Is that a new place or what?
No, it's off of Sox Park. It's literally off of 31st and I want to say Armitage.
Yeah,
I don't think it says the right one. But
talk about how classic that hat is because you can't find that in the store. What year?
Oh, it's a mini Minosa hat.
A mini Minosa hat. This is nice, bro.
They make custom-made hats, so this is a custom-made hat.
And it's not a snapback, but it's a fitted because I like
fitted. It's a fitted.
I like all fitted hats. Good job.
If you want to get some nice Sox hats, go there. Definitely recommend it.
We're gonna have to go check that out together.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm with it.
Let's talk about the games real quickly. A lot of games going on. Of course, the Bulls are out of it. They had an opportunity, but they're done. Let's talk about the games. All right. Let's first start in the East, and let's talk about the Bucks versus the Heat. I thought that was a good game. Did you get a chance to watch that game? Game one.
I was able to watch some parts of it.
Yeah, so
but
game
I wasn't
one,
really interested because of Bulls.
Yeah, I know. And then after the fact, but so Bucks came out and the Bucks lost that game, and they lost to the Heat, who kind of were on fire because of just kind of like how they were finishing. They had to play the Bulls, remember?
Yeah.
So they came out. They were not flat. But an interesting win for them on the road. They did what they had to do. Who do you got winning that series? Because I know that it's a long series. It's the best out of 7. We all know, and anything could happen. But the injury to Giannis was really kind of made me start thinking, like, did it come back negative when he fell on his tailbone? Because that was a horrible fall.
It was a hard fall, of course, because it's basketball. Once you fall, I did that fall before, man. It hurts, but. Honestly, man. Of course, you're running down the court, you just fall, trying to get a rebound or something, man. Yeah. Oh, it hurts. But no, I think Giannis is gonna come back. He's definitely gonna come back, and I got the Bucks in it. I think the Bucks are gonna win it 4-2.
Yeah, I think the Bucks have to win it now. And I think sometimes
they're a better team.
Yeah, they're a better team. And going into the playoffs, you always have that team that sometimes certain teams need to lose a game just so that they can kind of prepare and snap back into like reality.
Exactly.
But I thought it was good confidence and good for the Heat. Getting that win because, that kind of helped to bolster their confidence as well. And who doesn't love Jimmy Buckets? We all love Jimmy. They got a really good squad though, bro. You know this. They have a really good squad that kind of really match up with these guys athletically.
I wish Butler was still here, man.
Yeah, I know.
I love Butler.
Yeah.
He's a great player. But I don't see the Heat going any more than 2 wins, honestly.
Okay. So you and I both got the Bucks winning and bouncing back.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the Cavs and the Knicks. It's another series that's kind of like, really? These guys are on. But to be honest with you,
that's a good series.
It's a good
series. Yeah.
I'm so sick of Stephen A. Smith, though. Oh, my God. Stephen A. Smith and his doggone Knicks. The Knicks are the Knicks.
I like the Knicks.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
What do you like about the Knicks?
I love Tom Thibodeau. I love Derrick Rose. Joakim Noah played over there. So did Taj Gibson. I love that stuff, man.
I hate the Knicks.
But when we face them?
Yeah, I hate the Knicks just because of that, because of our rivalry.
Are you sure? From the 90s?
Yeah, from the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Patrick Ewing and Jordan?
That was a great, oh my God, it was an interesting time. I also have I really do. I'm going to say the Cavs are going to win this one. I'm going to go out and say, Donovan Mitchell, I think his addition and that trade that happened with them, I think these guys are playing much better now. I think that the Cavs can beat them. The Cavs have shown what they're able to do. I think the Knicks were able to get that one good game and get it in Madison. Who doesn't want to win in Madison Square Garden?
Who doesn't?
But let's see what happens with that. Yeah.
Yep. I think it's going to go 7.
All right, so you got 7. I I don't got it going to 7, but we'll see.
Really?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Let's move on to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets. And surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, because we should have thought and we should know that the 76ers should be up 2-0.
Definitely.
They have the leading candidate as far as for the MVP, Joel Embiid, who has been phenomenal the whole year. I mean, it's really amazing to see a 7-footer do what he does. And he's not the only 7-footer that does things that post up and just shoots. Like, what? You're doing this? These 7-footers these days, these big guys that we got that are, and not just him, of course, we'll talk about Nikola, but this guy is amazing. I got the 76ers winning over the Nets. What about you?
Sixers should sweep them, obviously. I mean, they're a better team, but he's also really good at flopping.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves throwing himself on the ground and getting those calls. That's one thing I can't stand about him or Harden. But
really? Let's not go
man,
there.
I can't stand that.
Let's not go there. Let's just hope that Doc Winter gets out of this playoff situation and he's able to do something. Because, with his track record, he's a great coach. But in the playoffs, Doc Winter is like, what? What is he doing? What, really, Doc? Really? So let's get it together. We'll see what happens. Let's move on real quickly before we go to the West. The Celtics and the Hawks. Everybody has the Boston Celtics winning. Jason Tatum the other night, 50 points, outstanding, big, and it seemed like they picked off right where they left off last year. Do you got the Celtics winning?
Celtics in 4.
Celtics in 4. So you're saying that the Hawks are not going to win any games?
I don't think so.
Wow, that's amazing.
They don't have a squad to compete against them.
Would you tell that to Trae Young if he was here?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, all right, we'll see.
Bum.
A bum. Wow. I got the Celtics winning there too. Let's go move out west. My boy, Bronny. And I know people don't like him. All of y'all that don't like Bronny, let me hear y'all say, yeah! Oh, it's a lot of Brown fans. Okay.
No,
See,
I don't,
right.
I don't
Thank you.
like
Thank you,
I
Nia.
like LeBron James.
Nia loves Brownie. Thank you. I love Brownie too.
Really?
And Lakers are amazing. And I know Precy loves the Lakers. He's been talking the other day. He's been with them forever. But man, the Lakers are really doing something special. Yes, they're playing the number 2 seed in the Memphis Grizzlies, who've been really great all year. And they got all that young athleticism happening. But I just feel like the Lakers, they went on the road, hostile territory, and they won that game. So I got the Lakers winning this series.
I got the Lakers winning this series,
I got the Lakers winning this series. All right, so let's move on. Let's not jinx them any. The Kings, I feel like we should light the beam. I wish we had the beam here where we can light the beam like they do in, man, who ever thought about that? That was crazy. The Sacramento Kings, man.
That game was insane.
That game was phenomenal. Insane.
The best game in the series.
And everybody that loves Golden State and the 2 light-skinned brothers, what their name is? I can't think of
Curry
those 2
and Thompson?
guys. What's their name? I can't. Oh yeah, I don't know who they are. Splash. They're not even splashing. But they're not. They're kind of splashful a little bit. He's talking about Curry and Klay Thompson, but I'm surprised. I'm really surprised because think about it. Even though Draymond went out, he got that foul at the end. But these guys are playing defense. So the Kings,
they have to.
They have to, and they kept with the intensity. Even they were trying to chip away. Warriors are always trying to chip away, but guess what? The Kings stayed focused, and that's why they were able to get that job done. And they're up 2-0 right now in the series. Who do you got winning it?
I'm riding with the Kings.
I'm riding with the Kings too. Sorry, Warriors.
Downfall.
Bye-bye.
Downfall. Thank God.
Right.
Tired of them.
They're done. Moving ahead, because I know we're wrapping this up. Suns versus Clippers.
Clippers.
All right, you got the Clippers.
I like the Clippers. I love Kawhi.
Even though the Clippers got that game 1, you got to still think that, man, come on. That was kind of like, I don't think they can be like that consistently.
Play up Kawhi?
I don't think, Kawhi, playoff, if you get him every night.
Westbrook had 25 points.
He did. I thought that was really good too.
And played 40 minutes.
Yeah, but guess what? Can you do it again against the Suns with Durant?
It's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard.
We'll see what happens. Let's move on to the number 1 team in the league, the number 1 team in the West, should I say, with maybe another candidate and Nikola, the Joker, winning the MVP. Let's talk about the Nuggets and the Wolves. The Nuggets, that game was boring to me. It seemed like they were just beating the like it's nothing.
It's already over.
It's over?
I got the Nuggets. Yeah,
right.
No doubt.
You got the Nuggets in
5, 4. We're going to go 4, yeah.
Let's go. Wow.
I don't see T-Wolves winning
you think
1.
This is going to be a sweep?
Oh, yeah. I don't see them winning 1.
I think the Timberwolves are going to win at least 1 game. Wow. Okay, there you go.
So we'll check that out.
That's NBA playoffs on This Guy's podcast. Thank you, sir. I got to get that hat from you.
I got to get that hat from you, bro.
Got to get that hat. All right, so today I'm going to do a little storytelling. I want to share something with you guys, my audience, about me and my experience was trying to find my soulmate. And let me tell you, I thought going into it that this was going to be probably a great idea. It really wasn't my idea at first. I was working for this radio station and they came up here in the city of Chicago with an idea where they said, you know what, Stone Pony? What if we did a promotion where we had different women who wanted to go out on a date with you, send in a letter to the radio station stating why they wanted to go out on a date with you as looking for their soulmate as well. So I'm like, at first I thought, oh, this is good. It's nothing to fear on this. So they get in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. When I mean hundreds of letters, these women also had to do what? Send in their 8x10, okay? So the part that I feel like I should have seen the pictures. They was crazy with it, Nia. They're selecting these 5 women without me knowing how they looked. But they were going off of criteria about certain things that they liked, that I may have liked. And so to make a long story short with this, the radio station hooked up 5 restaurants, okay? So this was gonna be on a weekly, this was gonna happen on Monday, start on Monday, and go from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, until what? Saturday, whenever the last day was. I went on so many dates, y'all, I swear to you, I was tired at the end. I was like, if it's gotta be like this is crazy, right? My life changed. So here it is. So every woman that was selected had a limo, picked them up at their house.
Oh, how nice.
Right? I wasn't spending no money. They was, listen, they had the limo pick up every woman that was going on a date with me. And they also had really nice stuff. So they had flowers and roses that they presented them with. And then not only did they pick them up, but they took them home. So the limo was a pick up and take home, right? I mean, this was crazy. So here it is. And they picked out 5 restaurants. Now, these 5 restaurants were top of the line. These are places that I like to eat at, like Gibson's and some of the other places around the city, that really nice upscale restaurants. Long story short, I had to be at the restaurant, of course, you know, there already when they came. And so I'm looking at Nia, I'm telling the story, but I know I got my audience out here. I had to already be at the restaurant, okay? So I'm sitting in the restaurant, and this is my first night. The limo pulls up to the restaurant. I think this was Ben Powell. Yeah, some of y'all remember when they had Ben Powell downtown. And so I get there, but I also noticed that one of my buddies is there. Lorenz Tate is in the restaurant at the table with his, you know, and so they're eating, right? So I go, we're talking, Lorenz and I, he's like, man, what's going on? I'm like, bro, we got this is a promotion that we're doing, and I'm waiting for the limo to show up, and I'm waiting on my soulmate, one of my possible soulmates to come in so we can have dinner and all of that great stuff. So he thought that was like really bizarre. So here comes the limo. So here's date 1. Date 1 was like, OMG. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. And the first thing that comes out of her mouth was, you ain't Tom Joyner?
Right back at you.
I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm Davante Stone. Davante Stone? Stone Pony, I thought I was going on a date with Tom Joyner. I'm like, no, actually you're not. I'm here, and so we're gonna make the best of it. Make a long story short, soon as we started drinking, because you know you got to get some drinks in you, we started having cocktails and appetizers. The whole day, the whole night, this lady is talking to me about Tom Joyner, and I'm at the table. So I'm letting her go with it. She didn't really look like my type. I was like, nope, but we made the night a really good night. We drank, she ate freely, she took home dessert, and she took home other stuff. But soulmate was not in the picture, okay? So that's just how my whole week was going. So from date 1 to date 5, I did not find a soulmate. But one thing I say that really happened good out of this whole situation, there's nothing wrong with conversation. Conversation is good, all right? But at least we got a chance to eat. I didn't have to pay. We got a chance to eat dessert, which I love dessert. Didn't have to pay for that. And we got to get a chance just to kind of like conversate. But bad, I will never, ever do a blind date or go out on. It just was not working for me. I want to take some questions. I know some of y'all got questions out there. All 5 was bad, bro. All 5 was bad. Any questions?
So what's your criteria for that? What would make a soulmate to you? Like what?
Well, let me just say this. Let me give an example. One of my great uncle and his wife, my Uncle Hugo and his wife, Aunt Joan, they were soulmates. They were best friends. They had unconditional love towards each other. And guess what? They were married 60 years, Nia.
Dang.
And when Aunt Joan, let me tell you something about this. When Aunt Joan passed, a week later, my uncle passed. And a lot of that has to do with heartbreak when you're with somebody for a long time. So I would think that having unconditional love, that's something that I think, you're loving me regardless. I'm loving you regardless.
That's how I feel with my dog died.
Oh. Can you step up to the mic, please? This seems like someone. Can you please? Yes. What is your question?
My question is, well, when are you going to give these women an opportunity to show you that they can love you unconditionally? Because it seems like you're judging them based on the first 5 seconds of the date.
Yeah, but there's a little more than that, though. And I'm gonna say, and what's your name?
My name is Kim.
Hey, Kim, how are you? I thought you looked familiar. That's Kim.
Thank you.
Kim, yeah, with that, I'm gonna say this. It was crazy because it was only one night with the date that, and I feel like if something could have spun out of that if maybe the conversation, and I did give I think opportunity, but I just don't feel like during the date, the chemistry, we had no chemistry. Like all of the 5 women that there, and let me just say this, looks do count too.
Yeah.
Out of everyone that I went on a date with, there was only one that was a 10.
You think you deserve a 10?
I deserve a 10 plus.
There was only one that was a 10.
There was only one that was a 10.
Did
Now,
you go home with her?
This shit.
Look, did you go home with her, Mister? You didn't see anything.
well,
He said we got dropped off in the same place.
yeah, with that question there, I'm gonna have to do that for the second episode. Okay, because yeah, we do want to know, but that's interesting. But yeah, on that level. But by her being a 10, we did have conversation after the date, after the dinner, and we had a little back and forth going, you know what I mean? But never on I'm gonna be with you for the rest of my life, or this could be us for the rest of our life, you know what I mean? Because I think that having a soulmate is so special with that, because do you really have to, yes, you think that you have to love your soulmate, but what are some of your goals? Like a person with me, are you goal oriented like I am? I think these are what about the similarities? Do we have certain similarities, right?
Yeah. It's in common.
Right. Do you want to be with me because of what I have? Because let me tell you something. I have nothing. I don't have anything. And if I had to, I don't have a damn dime. Do you understand with me? And when you come with me, and you're trying to hook up with me right now, do you understand? This is why? Really? All right. Are there any more questions? Are there any more? You all please sit her down. Sit her down, please. All right. So finding the soulmate. Let me just say this. yes, I'm sure that there are soulmates, people that are out there, and everybody's not meant to be with everybody. And let me just say this, marriage is not for everybody. But if you ever get lucky enough to even find that special person, cherish it. Cherish it. And that's going to be all for me on the soulmates. That's it. Yeah. Don't forget, I need y'all to subscribe, okay? What I gotta do? Cash App you to try to. I need you to subscribe to my podcast. Hey, this guy's podcast. It's on YouTube. Tell somebody, please, what we're gonna do over here. This guy.